Hello everyone, this is the VG Purist. I'll be coming at you with some Season 6 action from the Cabal Division Champions Cup playoffs. And we are going to be covering the quarterfinals. And in the last bit we did see the Bretonian team take out the Bretonia Scavian team 2-1. And then Ducky's Great Green Wallop did take out Cricket So Horny, the Lizard team. And so now we are going to take a look at the last two games. Loriel's Dancers, the Wood Elf team, taking on Pirates of the Reikland Human team, and the Human team looking pretty good against the Kenry team, but will they be able to look good against a very strong Wood Elf team? We'll see in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and start up this replay. No spoilers here, guys. As we jump into the replay, and in my preliminary, I did say I like the Wood Elf team, but that's only because, well, I kind of know of the coach a little bit, and also Human team, I don't know, still might not be up for the challenge, but we'll see about that. That's why we play the game, and we are underway. So now we can see who we are going to like better. Will it be Wood Elf team, or is it going to be this Human team? We'll see. Alright, and now let's go ahead and get into more acciones. It is going to be this Wood Elf team, coached by AVRS. Loriel's Dancers will be taking on this Human team, coached by Mikethemachine, Pirates of the Reikland. Yes, here comes the coin toss, guys. Wood Elf team, anytime they're in a tournament, they can definitely go all the way. Why? Because those War Dancers so dangerous. You can easily shape them up to be really great ball hawks. You can easily shape them up to be some real hitters there. And their supporting cast, these catchers, easily makes them one-turners if necessary. Big offensive threats. You even got a big hitter with the tree. I mean, you have everything you pretty much need. No need for a fouler, but hey, that's why you have loner players. You can do the fouling with them, and that does mean that you have some shots at maybe getting down this Human team. But in my experience, you're probably not going to do too much fouling with Wood Elf teams. Let's go ahead and take a look at the skills, shall we? And it appears Loriel's Dancers will choose to receive the ball, and that means the Human team is going to play some defense. Standing firm, guard, Mighty Blow with the block here. Mighty Blow guard with that block there. Human team actually nicely leveled up. Tackles, Mighty Blow guard for the other blitzer here, and he does have a catcher with the blodge, and also sidestep with a diving tackle. Thrower with +1 in movement allows tackle with that leader, and also the block and the ogre, the staple. Stand firm, gonna have Juggernaut with that guard ability, as well as gonna have a couple of one lineman there with block, blitzer with no skills, and a whole bunch of linemen with 0 skills at all. So now that is gonna be the Human team. They will have a shot here at taking down this Wood Elf team. He is gonna be missing a player there, and I believe it was a guard lineman, but nonetheless he will have this loner Wood Elf lineman, and that's going to be the usual here if you're going to play the Wood Elf team. Armor value 7, they just pretty much go out pretty easily almost, but as long as you stay away, as long as you stay from base to base with your opponent, you should be looking all right. Here's the tree there with pro and guard. No grab for that guy yet. Guard for this other lineman. He's going to have kick with a dodge here. Leap, War Dancer with that blodge ability. No skills there, but he is going to have this War Dancer here with strip ball, +1 in agility. Tackle with the dauntless sidestep, and that is pretty nice here for that War Dancer. He can get that strip ball so he can maybe wrench that ball out of the hands of this Human team. Human team's going to have to watch out. He needs to make sure that it's going to be in the hands of that thrower at all times to make sure that the War Dancer won't be able to jump in there and then take that ball out. Guard, sprint, sure hands, sidestep for that catcher. More sure hands here for the catcher. And also going to have that sprint there inherent with that block ability. And then +1 in strength with the block, as well as having a wrestle with the sidestep catcher. And that will be it for this Wood Elf team. Human team, what they need to do to have a good shot at winning this game is to get some injuries here against the Wood Elf team. You need these injuries. If you don't get them against this Wood Elf team, then it's going to be an absolute tough one to win. And hopefully be able to get down some of these key players in the process. But as you can see there for the human team, just a couple of guys with the tackle ability. This guy has it, but he doesn't have that mighty blow. This one, he does have it, and he does have that mighty blow. But I think not enough guys with tackle. Maybe one or two more guys. I feel like it's safe when you get at least 3-4 guys. But I suppose it's all about positioning, right? And if you position your guys well with the 2 guys, then you may just be all right. Human team will get the kick here and be able to get that to the other side. Wood Elves with a high kick, be able to put his main ball carrier right straight under it. And we're going to see what the Wood Elf team is going to play. Is he going to play a nice little quick scoring offense a la Anarian, one of the past Champions Cup winners? Or will he try to hold the ball? Will he just kind of play keep away for the time being and then try to beat up on these humans with his trees, with the other guys here with guard and all this other stuff? And that's going to be the question here, if he's going to try to move here to this front line. Looks like he's already going to be poking away this catcher on this left side. He's got sidestep, so he's going to stay here to the left side and block off this left side, force a dodge right there, and now the rest of the Wood Elves should see him fly by there on the left side there. The Ward Dancer, he's going to make a few dodges, try to get in the way, but I think I guess it doesn't matter which way it kind of goes. He's going to make these dodges, but here he is going to be forcing the 2+ dodges, and that's the mark of a key player right there, guys. You always want to make the other side make rolls, even as insignificant as a 2+ roll, and with them even having dodge as well. You never know, back-to-back ones or something like that. It could happen, 136, and it could shorten the days of the Wood Elf team. So that's kind of why he sidestepped into this little spot right there. Even though it seemed like nothing, it's actually quite a big thing. So these little things here could help you win the championship. I really like this human team play so far. He's so strong, so solid so far. But again, Wood Elves, I mean, you just play against them and you just look the wrong way, and suddenly you're going to be outpositioned, outrun by the Wood Elf team. Then what you going to do but watch in horror as they just zoom on by and get their score. What madness. What madness. He will get the blitz in here. Unfortunately, won't be able to take down that catcher. So with the catcher moving in here, he does have a screen for his ball carrier. With him moving up, he should try to get this touchdown in the short term. KO. That's going to help out in the long run, I hope, for the human team's sake. And I'm kind of more or less rooting for the human team, even though I did pick the Wood Elf team, but that's only because human teams have gotten the short, fuzzy end of the stick for a quite long time, and I kind of hope to see them in the semifinals at least. But I don't know. We'll see though. Tree's going to move in there, touch up against a whole bunch of these human players. Going to force something here, and he's going to have a hit in there, no problem. A couple of these human players are going to be stuck against that tree. Going to get this hit off sidestep, does have tackle, we'll be able to get him down. So he's going to free up this left side. Looks like he might pass it here to get the quickie 2-turn touchdown. Might be the thing there. And if I was the Wood Elf team, I guess I wouldn't be too worried about the human team's offense for the time being. He does have a thrower that can huck it, but he can't really huck it deep, right? He still needs to get in good position to do anything fresh with the ball. He will get the handoff. It will be a 3+ handoff even, and he will do the dirty turnaround and get the touchdown. 1-0. Loriel's Dancers. AVRS doesn't waste any time. Mikethemachine. He could come back, grind it out in the first half, score it at the end of the half, and then go up a touchdown and tie the game up. And then hopefully in the second half be able to grind it out once again and do the 2-1 meta game. But I don't know. With those Ward Dances in the pocket for this Wood Elf team, you better watch out. They won't get stifled for long. Mikethemachine does have a wizard inducement, and that's going to be great. And the last bit that we did see a fireball. Fireball actually worked out well. Ducky did use a wizard lightning bolt, but unfortunately rolled a 1 on the lightning bolt. So far in this tournament, wizard has produced really good results and not so good results. We'll see what Mikethemachine is going to get for today's grab bag of mysteries for the wizard Hopefully it'll be something good, but again, I don't know what the chances of the human team, but at least he will get the ball now. Gonna get kicked. Wood Elves, perfect defense, and that's gonna be great. Wood Elves will be able to put his guys away from the hard-hitting ogre. Loner guy's gonna be on the right side here. We'll be able to put a few guys here in the front line and stifle up this human team on the left. And so actually getting base to base with the human team, a little bit dangerous because the human team did equip themselves with lots of guards. So can bash on the front line, and armor value 7 could go down. A little bit scary here for this Wood Elf team. Hey, what's going on, scum? Good elf is a dead elf, says he. Kick is going to be far back there and will be pinned back deep. Thrower is going to be in range. Going to get some ball security, get his guys way back there. That's the nice thing about having catchers for this human team. Lots of movement allowance, and if you can shape them up correctly, a huge offensive threat. But speaking of some big threats here, he's going to get that Mighty Blow tackle on this catcher. Try to get him down with that Mighty Blow hit. Not going to be able to do so. Going to just get a stun, but will free up his right side there. And might be able to run around in just a little bit. Ogre will replace from the left to the right side and get his guard in there. Get a 2-die block for his guys up front after tying up a couple of these Wood Elf guys in front so that they can't get the assist here. And now the hits on the front line could just be a sidestep here. Doesn't have enough tackle. Kind of what I'm saying, but for the time being is okay. Probably needs to get a few more injuries. Like I said in the beginning of this game, need those injuries to be successful for today's match. 2 red die block, will be able to get down that tree. Gonna get a little bit antsy here, a little bit crazy with the dice, but that's still a good roll actually. Only a 30% chance to actually get knuffled there from the 2 red die block. As long as you have block and the other guy doesn't have block, then you'll have a really high percentage chance of getting them down. Don't need tackle when you break their legs. And yes, here we go. Ooh, gonna fail the stand up and then actually a pro reroll and not gonna get it here. And so Wood Elves gonna get in the faces of this human team. That's the thing about playing humans though. A lot of teams, even look at this Wood Elf team, he's not gonna be afraid either of getting in the faces here of this human team and try to bash him down. So humans just gonna be up for a big old fight, bash fest, when the Wood Elf team normally would just stay away from getting hit, but wants to get into a bit of a fisticuffs here, and it looks like it's working out. Injury here, Eamon Hamlin, he's gonna go down with the injury. MNG to boot, gonna use the apothecary. That's the Mighty Blow and guard personnel as well, and so that's a nice big injury. He will get him back in the next bit, but that does mean that it's gonna have one less human on the pitch, and the human team actually kind of spread out on the midfield. And so with that, the Elven catcher is going to run along, actually lineman here, oh no, just the catcher there, will run down and try to pressure that ball carrier. So the ball carrier does muff the catch, does muff anything, the pickup roll or anything like that, then catcher could go the other way with it. Loads of movement allowance and just needs small little bitty support there from the ward dancers in the backfield. Can leap over the line and then get back there, but nope, not going to be doing it here. He will move up. He's already picked up the ball though, so he's going to move that ball up the field, get on the right side, try to cage up as hard as he can, and just wait it out for the time being. Still quite a few more turns left, and the Wood Elves are just going to stay back for the time being, not going to try to do anything crazy. Yeah, a little bit of an early apothecary, not too bad I'd say. And it's been a bit ominous for this playoffs. Yeah, you're right about that, Scum. Anybody who has used the apothecary early has, I think, pretty much lost the game, but I think that was a good apothecary there. Mighty Blow with the guard, with the block. It's definitely going to be worth it for that man there. He's going to go and hit down this lineman, have the guard ability, and so he will get that hit in, the blitz, and pin him on the sideline even. Ogre will get the really stupids going though, and now that pro reroll will go through here. That's why you get pro, guys, because when the tree gets knocked down, he doesn't have enough movement allowance to actually get up by himself, and so he needs to have a 4+ to actually get back up and maybe be able to do something. So now the tree is back up. Human team has to kind of watch out for that a little bit. Stand firm, will not move too far away. War Dancer did get the blitz in, but no big injury here for this human team as of yet. Although the Elven team already has drawn first blood, and the Apothecary already going to be used. Crazy's not just on the bus. Crazy should be driving. I don't know about that, Scum. I think Wildness should be driving while Crazy should be in the back going, woohoo! That's what I'm saying. Human team's actually going to be staying quite far away. Going to be very careful of the War Dancers leaping in there. And so if he does try to leap through, then he will have to try to get yet another dodge into the cage area, as it were, and try to get that ball out. And so doesn't want to cage up too hard. Right now it's just having a ball carrier and then making sure there's enough tackle zones to matter. So the human team is playing quite positionally there and does get a death injury. Apothecary is going to be used on the guard lineman, and that's going to be all of the Apothecaries used in the first 4 turns basically. So Wood Elves are going to go ahead and use their rerolls. Watch out, guys. This could be a very bloody bash fest coming up. Wood Elves getting very close to this human team, basing them even, and again, the human team, he faced off against the Kenry team in the first round. They aren't afraid. They can definitely duke it out whenever. So this Wood Elf team kind of has to watch out a little bit, and it gives the human team too many hits. Armor value 7, it is going to be slightly weaker than the armor value 8. Alright, Wood Elf's gonna go get that screen up here against the cage. Gonna just put his guys up, stifle up the human team as much as possible. Knows that he just needs to hold out for just 4 turns, right? And gonna get that tree in there. Yes, he's gonna move in there, go for it roll as well. And he will get in there, and the loner player is gonna try to dodge away. Doesn't want to get himself too far. And here comes more screens there. War Dancer and the catcher guarding this left side, and then here in the center and also on the right side, as you see, nice big old screen. So the blitz will have to come here off on this right side, and this is a nice thing here. This is kind of why you may want to think about taking Frenzy for your guys as well, so that these types of screens aren't going to be as useful, because if you do have somebody with Frenzy, then you could just surf them out of there, and will be a little bit more difficult to stopper you up, as you see right there. So human team does not have a guy with Frenzy, and so the Wood Elf team's able to put up this nice screen there. As you can see, it's these little things, guys, these little skills that you need here and there to make sure that you aren't going to get stifled up as much. And right there, Frenzy would have been really nice to have for this human team, but doesn't have it right there. Yeah, and the Wood Elf team did, in fact, use the Apothecary on the 1 skill, and even a guard as well. So a little bit interesting that he did do that, but at the same time, the Wood Elf team does not have a bench, and so doesn't want to lose out on too many guys. And I guess since he is playing against a human team, not too scared about getting into a bash fight, and so is going to be kind of optimistic of his chances on not getting too many of his guys injured in the long run. So I bet you that's going to be the thinking here. We'll see if that's going to be working out so well for the Wood Elf team in the long run. But again, I just don't know. If it was me, I definitely probably would not have Apothecary that guard lineman, because he's just a guard lineman. 1 skilled lineman indeed. And you have all these other guys that have way more stuff than that. You got catchers here with guard and the sure hands and all this great stuff, +1 in agility, War Dancers. Now all of these guys are vulnerable to any big injuries that could come, and as long as the Wood Elf team wants to play bashy, then it could be a very, very short game if he loses a bunch of his guys. But so far, Wood Elves been able to get 3+ dodges out of there and is able to form the screen up yet again. 3 more turns actually after this one here, or 3 more turns with this turn right here for this human team. Ooh, that's gonna help out. KO, as long as he's able to drive up the pitch, get the armor value brace, even if it's just a KO, that will help out, and he might be able to forge a path along the right side, but unfortunately gonna miss that dodge. I think it was probably a little bit of a misread there. The loner was right behind that ogre and a little bit hard to see, and so I don't know if that was actually gonna be a misclick or what, but I've done that plenty of times. Big guy a little bit in the way, and so gotta be careful. You gotta make sure. You gotta look over the big guy and go, okay, is there anyone behind him? Yes, there was, and so he did in fact try a 4+ dodge into this area there. He does have dodge, but unfortunately did not get the reroll there. So that's gonna be a little bit too bad here. Catcher does fall to his face there. Gets stunned though, so not a big deal. Ward Dancer's gonna get the pokes. Yeah, he didn't see the L for sure. KO on that, and boy, pound for pound, as you see there, Wood Elves aren't afraid to get in the faces of the human team, and it's gonna just get his guys in there. Touch up the ball carrier now. Turn 7 coming up, and this Wood Elf team can turn it up the field. Look at that. He's actually still got an outlet receiver waiting just in case the human team does turn it over, so watch out for that. Right side is a little bit more wide open here. Can get the 2-die block on this catcher actually and free up the right side, but that, I think that's what the Wood Elves are hoping for. But with 2 more turns left, there's nothing that the human team really can do about it, so he should just move up, get maybe a side cage going. You guys know how much I hate these side cages, but nonetheless, that's all he can really do at this point. He's going to have to make the dodges out, but no, he's not going to get that dodge, so he's going to have to use a reroll here. Cannot allow it. I know he's going to get 1 and 9 there, and unfortunately, ball is going to be standing right here. Wood Elves will have a good shot at getting to this ball. Unfortunately, the guard lineman, he's out, right? So he won't be able to get 2-die block here on the thrower, but should get a 1-die block at least. But he will square away the lineman right there. Actually, the only person now that can actually score the touchdown. So on turn 8, if anything, needs to blitz down this guy to ensure that there's going to be no touchdown. And then after that, maybe get the foul off or something like that. But instead, we'll get the leap in there. Try to get the 1-die block. Just going to pay for it with the skull. And back-to-back skulls. So human teams actually has a shot now of getting something out of it now. Just need to get a blitz here all over the top there. And these guys don't have guards, so this guy could actually blitz through. Just needs to maybe get somebody up there with guard if he can. But actually, all the guys with guard is not nearby this lineman right here. So, if anything, he's probably going to get this catcher out, tie up these 2 guys right there, and then get the blitz through with the 1-die block, get him on the touchdown line, and then move over here and get this touchdown coming up. So that is going to be the plan right there. Catcher will move in, get the assist, just needs to get a push. Gets the push right here. He's going to have to dodge out afterward, but that's okay. Better than a 4+, 3+. Now it's just a 3+ dodge. Gets it anyways. That's great. Thrower does have a nice avenue here to throw it down. He's going to move it right here instead. He's not going to do any more dodge. Yes, he's going to do the dodge. Why do anything crazy here? 3+ dodge coming up with 4+ pass with a reroll. And unfortunately, oh, he got a 1 and a 2 on the pass. Oh, gosh. And that, my friends, is that probably should have invested in accurate instead of leader. I don't know, maybe. But that is how it's going to end at the end of the first half. Anyways, the 3+, if it was a 3+, it would not have mattered. He rolled a 1 and a 2, where it was a 4+. 3+, 4+, it didn't even matter right there, unfortunately. Oh, gosh. That's extremely too bad. With the 4+ reroll, that's about a 75% chance of actually getting the touchdown, and missed out just by a hair. Wood Elf team breathes just a momentary sigh of relief. Human team still has a wizard in hand, so as you saw in the earlier bits, human team actually drove up against the Wood Elf team and was able to almost score it there. So I'm pretty sure human team feeling pretty optimistic about his scoring chances coming up in the second half. Should be able to move up the pitch, get some injuries off, he hopes, and then be able to get the score 1-1, and then after that use the wizard by the end, and then maybe be able to get the ball back. Human team will probably try to score it as quick as he can so that he can try to get the ball back. Doesn't want to get the overtime because of the Wood Elves does have the overtime coin flip, then it's going to be a lot more difficult to stop him. I'll tell you that much. Nuffle is being cruel for sure. That's how he makes it entertaining. That's That's the beauty of Blood Bowl. Every single game a lot differently than the other. Their human team will get yet another injury here. Gonna be on the dodge lineman. Big hits here. Human team looking pretty good, I'd say. Even though he did miss out on that touchdown, boy, if he would have got that touchdown, I would almost say human team have a real shot at winning this. But as it stands at this moment, he should be able to get the touchdown here and draw it up. And then at this point, just hope like crazy that Nuffle doesn't have anything in store for him at the end of this game. Last two matches, Nuffle picked the favorite. Not this time. Yeah, he's definitely taunting both of them at this point. You're right about that, Scott. Oh, and here's the catch. Look at that. Nice little pitch and catch there, guys. That's how you do it right there. 3+ pass into a 3+ catch. He gets both of them. And actually rolled a 6 even. Where was that in the last bit, huh? You just kind of have to almost kick yourself a little bit, right? Every time you see something like that. But unfortunately, doesn't get the full plus. And we are at the moment where we're at. Kitcher is going to go along the left side. Human team, like I said, doesn't mind scoring it fairly quickly here to try to utilize the wizard and win it in regulation. But unfortunately, 1-9 dodges aren't working out so well. And spending bunches of rerolls on them and not getting any of that stuff. And this is kind of the reason why he went with the leader ability instead of the accurate. It's just, oh man, yeah, you got 4 rerolls, but so far so bad. None of them has been really going through. Although I can't really blame him for leader. It's actually a good skill. It's just not working out for him in this game. Wood Elves are going to use that reroll here. We'll be able to get him down. Strip ball even, and so with that leap and strip ball, as you can see there, so key. And that is the biggest reason why the human team, as I said in the beginning of the match, should not give it to anyone else except for the thrower, because that Ward Dancer with that strip ball, hell, even if it's a 2 red die block, he's got strip ball. And so, oh boy, again, I think a little bit of a misnomer there by this human team. Should not have thrown it away from the hands of his thrower, who does have sure hands to protect against that strip ball. Gave it to the catcher and then screened it up on the left side, thinking, okay, I just want to score pretty quickly, but then forgot about the strip ball, I believe. So unfortunately, oh boy, human team though does have a shot maybe at getting that ball back, but will he be able to do so? The guy that has tackle on this side is a little bit tied up at the moment, so we'll see. He's gonna have to get some help here to get this guy out of there so that he can maybe dodge away and then get the blitz off. So that's probably what he's gonna have to do here. Get another guy here, get the assist going. Or he will just go and get the blitz off with the other tackle guy. That'll work out as well, but he got the defender down die, so it doesn't matter. We'll sidestep here to the right side. Ooh, he's going to still continue to be marked up by that War Dancer, unfortunately, and also the lineman. So that's going to be a really great spot for this Wood Elf team. Humans does have a guy in range to hit down this lineman, so should be able to take it down to 1 tackle zone. 1 guy marking it. Nice KO here. Armor value is actually doing well for both sides, and so far so good. Human team's able to kind of withstand the onslaught at the moment. Should get a 1 die block here, but actually stop it up his own catcher, so he's actually opting to only mark the ball at this point. A little bit surprised at that. I would like to see him maybe put a guy right there instead, get the assist there, move another guy over here, get another assist on this guy, and then get the 2 die block, and then be able to get it to where there's only 1 guy left marking the ball. We'll get the foul off on the War Dancer though. Can't miss a chance to do that, I guess. But that will mean that it's going to be the Wood Elf time to shine, and I believe he will try to blitz him in there. Try to get somebody onto the ball and make it to where it might scatter out maybe, but he will get the hit in. No, it doesn't need to do that. He could just go and make it to where he'll pick it up against the tackle zone, and that's just a 3+, but I do believe he does have a +1 in agility, man, lurking somewhere. No, he's stunned at the moment, so, ooh, 3+ pick up, and does get it after the sure hands pick up. That's why we get sure hands, guys. And he will move down the pitch a little bit. Gonna try to throw right there. And oh, intercepted here. He's going the other way. Look at that. And it's going to be the guy in the backfield. I believe a 6+ interception is going to get it even. He wanted to give it to this other catcher there, and he would have just blown by the front line. I'll tell you that much. And then maybe even get the handoff to this guy back here. And so this guy is the hero on this human team. 1 in 6 chance. Going to get the interception. Oh, yes, and he should be able to maybe get a cage up here. He needs to maybe get another guy in there. And this is a great chance for this human team to definitely get the score on. And then after that, tie it up, use the wizard, maybe be able to turn it back the other way. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's a ball game right now. Unlike some of these other games that we have casted recently in the quarterfinals, Humans versus Wood Elves is proving to be a really great slugfest / agility fest / everything. Oh man, he does drink the Kool-Aid indeed, Scum. We'll get that hit on that loner player. He definitely wants to get some more injuries off if he can. He will dodge away from the line. Catcher's gonna move back here, try to guard against anything. This guy does not have sure hands or anything of that likeness there, and so the War Dancer, he is down for the count, but I believe he's still in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can leap in there if he need be, but it looks like the lineman with the +1 strength will get the blitz off, and so with that, it's going to signal that, okay, humans, you've got it. I'm going to try to put up the best defense as possible here against the ball carrier, but is going to be okay with what he sees right there. Doesn't want to risk too much, I guess. Already seeing that the lineman with the +1 agility is down. Doesn't want to risk too much with him, I guess. Just going to stand them up and get him to the backfield. Don't want to put him in harm's way as of yet. And plus, this isn't do or die as of yet. And with the possession coming up pretty soon, Humans, like I said, will score because he does have that wizard in hand. So does want to try to win it in regulation. War Dancer's going to inconveniently stand right in front. Like I said, doesn't want to put the guy with the most skills on there. Puts the War Dancer with no skills up here instead. And I do like that, so that the human team's going to have to use the blitz on him, and if he does get knuffled, double both down dodge or something like that, then this will be a very uncomfortable dodge into the end zone. Here comes the blitz. We'll be trying to get down the War Dancer. Does get him down with the defender down die. Ball is going to be clear to make this touchdown at this point. Human team probably might go fishing and try to get some more out of this. Yes, he will go fishing. He will try to get these 2-die blocks in. Defender down die. Beautiful dice so far. Lots of hits in there. Armor value breaks going well. Stuns only, but we'll take it at this point. And here's the defender stumble. It's not going to be enough though, but still, these dice looking pretty good for this human team. Move this guy over there and possibly get the score coming up. And he's going to move his catcher in there. He's going to do one go for a roll, so he's going to put the catcher right there to ensure that the ball is going to be marked up if he's going to fail. Go for a roll, but it appears no. Baldrick Ottman gets it in there for the human team, and almost rather easily. And this is looking pretty good for the human team. This is looking really good, actually. With the wizard in hand, just needs to strike down the dangerous War Dancer, get the follow-up, and take the ball back out of the hands of this Wood Elf team, but that's almost kind of asking for too much. I don't know. But at this point, human team will take it. He's going to try to win this in regulation. Does not want to give him the overtime look here. And how can anyone blame him right there? It is totally interesting right now. Holy crap. Can we get any more interesting than this? Here comes the human team. He's going to get that kick here. And a nice little weather. Continued nice weather. But it is going to be the Wood Elf team's possession first. And so he's going to move a lot of these guys to the front field. But with that kick being a little bit close to the catcher, he's actually going to scoop that ball up and then be able to run up to at least the midfield. Might actually throw it down here. And so might take the wizard out of the equation of the human team, but we'll see what the Wood Elf team wants to do at this point. We'll get the pick up here. Gonna try to hand it off right there, I believe. And then after that, might throw it to the War Dancer. I don't know. Actually, it's gonna get some more escort, I do believe. Yeah, he's going to get the other guy escorting here. Ham up the guy with the mighty blow and guard even. Gonna get over there. Not really a side cage, but it might as well be. We'll be caging up basically over here on the right side, screening it up as it were. And now the human team could use the wizard, get the blitz off there, and then after that follow through, no problem. And there's the leap. We'll get away and try to put up more guys in the way and try to stifle anything here. We'll use the wizard. We'll get that hit off. Ooh, no big injuries, and the ball is going to come out. Not too bad of spot for the human team. Should get a blitz in there, and then after that be able to maybe get this war dancer away, and might have a good shot here, or if anything, at least tie up the war dancers, and then maybe be able to get to the ball if anything. Ogre's going to move here to the left side. And actually, Ogre lined up far left there. Didn't actually put himself to the right or anything. Look at the hit inside step. Defender down die, and that's beautiful. We'll step into the blow. Oh, no big injuries though. Boy, that helps out the Wood Elf team. But it is going to be a stun, so won't have him in the next bit. And so, will he try this ball pickup? If he does, it's going to be a 4+ try pickup against the attack zone, and it will be a 4+ dodge in there as well, but unfortunately won't be able to get a 3+ dodge away from the tree, and that's actually another dodge failure that didn't really work out for this human team. Oh man, and the ball is in a great spot here for this Wood Elf team, and there's nobody from the human team actually marking that ball up at this point, so Wood Elf should be able to pick this ball up, and then after that might try to score. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to come down to the elf pickup, but this is just a 2+ pickup right here. After a whole bunch of hits on the human team, we'll be able to get down a human player there, that blitzer. And I think he might pick it up with the war dancer and then leap over and might get the touchdown. I don't know. Yes, no, yes, he is. Oh, it's a 3+ dodge, so that's not an easy dodge to make. He has to make the 3+ dodge and then make the 3+ landing, and he gets everything. We'll get that touchdown here. War dancer. Oh gosh, and that is why the Wood Elf team are always in contention to win the game. Right there, for agility with blush, leap to just start with. And they are already extremely dangerous out of the gate. 2 war dancers, just too much. So much there. They are quite possibly the best piece in the game. And that right there proves it right there. Not only was able to get that ball pick up, so much movement allowance, was able to pick that ball up, get over there, leap over 3+, and then after that, 3+ leap with the 3+ landing, and then after that, was able to just move along and just scored. Oh man, tremendous right there. War dancers, so good, man. Too strong. Well, human team though, he's got 3 turns to prove it, so he's not out of the woods, so he can definitely score it. He could definitely make it a tied game by the end of the half, and if he does get the coin flip in his favor in overtime, he could actually win this one, judging by the offense of the human team. Looking pretty darn good with the human team, actually. So this is definitely not over. Wood Elves could find themselves sitting out in the semifinals. Changing weather will be a nice one there again, and catch won't be able to catch it there, but he does fumble it into this guy. He's gonna have yet another shot, but oh, looks like all of the low dice rolls is gonna be taken away. And so that's actually a nice thing here. He actually did not get the catch, but got the 1 and 3 and 1 out of the way there for the next few rolls. So that might have been disastrous if he was thinking about maybe picking up the ball and then maybe going in for a dodge or something like that. Although I don't think any of that was gonna happen, but still, at least the worst rolls are out of the way, I say. It's like psychological thing. Human team should get a nice little cage here to center. Wood Elves actually kind of positioned the guys kind of haphazardly as if he was standing 6 feet away throwing his pieces onto the board or something like that. And he will get the cage here right there, and so War Dancer's going to have to try to do something. And as I said before, needs to get it in the hands of his thrower instead, but it is going to be the lineman moving up with the ball, and let's see, where is that thrower? He's going to be back here, so I guess he doesn't want to use that thrower, but War Dancer with strip ball. I mean, I don't think he cares about a 2 red die blitz, if anything. Yeah, he needs to go balls to the walls for the next 3 turns, but I don't know. Human team, he does have that catcher, but again, War Dancer with that strip ball, he's a danger. He's definitely a danger, and there we go. He's gonna move his guys in here, get a couple of pieces. Might actually blitz this guy over the top, so might not leap into the cage at this point. Does have a guard lineman right there, and so it won't be an easy one. But again, as I said, 2 red die block. Who cares? Just need at least a push or something, and then get that ball out on the ground. And watches the human team just muff the pickup, and then the time runs out, and you win it 2-1. Here comes very close. He's gonna move all of his pieces first, get his guys in the position, then do the blitz. So here we go. Coming up pretty soon, we're gonna see the blitz. He's gonna get in there. We'll jump into this area right there without the guard. Yes, he will get the 2 die block. He does get the defender down die sidestep, and he's gonna sidestep into the lesser of all of the evils there. Gonna get the armor value break, but that's okay. And we'll get it out. War Dancer buffing it, and it's gonna land in. Oh gosh, that's a terrible spot for this human team, or is it? Because you can actually get a blitz off here against the War Dancer, get the push combo here, and free him up right there after removing that guy there, and he does. Should get a blitz on there. 2 die block coming up right there for his guys, as it is. We're gonna get a both down dices. Oh, that's not enough there, and he's actually gonna use the guy without block even. Oh boy. A little bit of a miss here. Maybe he should have blitzed right there instead of doing this 2 die block instead. As you can see there, before this guy moved in the way, he should have came here, blitzed the War Dancer, and even if he got a push, that's okay. He would have pushed these guys, and then he still had a couple of guys to get these hits going. So I think a little bit of a miss there, but I guess so many guys that could do the hits, but still uses the guy without block, and actually got a little bit nuffled there. Not a little bit, but big time nuffled. And with that, Wood Elves will be able to stop the human onslaught. And I think just that small little misstep there, the human team's going to pay for it. Yes, he is. Catcher, going to get that ball out. Loads of movement allows, gets it out of danger. Human team is absolutely tied up at this point. Tree should be able to smash the face of this ogre, and then this guy smashes that face, and the War Dancer is going to be able to just dodge away, get some more escorts here. I think the tree is going to be holding up this top right side. It's not out of reach as of yet though, but the human team needs something. He's got this one guy in range of the touchdown, so he needs something. Maybe, I don't know, just get over there. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 go for it rolls. So might try something, maybe a push combination or something like that. Oh boy, nope, push combo is not gonna come. So he's got to do the 4+, 3+ dodge with the 2 go for it rolls, and then he needs to somehow get the blitz in. Ooh, he's gonna get an injury on that tree, and so no long-term effect, but that will clear the area now. And so with that, gonna waste no time whatsoever. Gonna get with the blitz here. Will beat the guy with tackle. He's gonna have to re-roll that into skulls. Into skulls, and that, my friends, is that. In the end, the human team just gets slightly robbed there. Wood Elves, boy, almost let one slip away. Almost. We'll get the vanity pass in there, and this is the last bit. 2-1, the winner, and that was a real wild one. 7 armor value breaks here, 13 for this human team, but that's because the Wood Elves were just basing the human team like, let's go, buddy. So as you see there, 40 hits for Pirates of the Reikland, 35 for the Wood Elves consequently as well, but still 1 injury, 1 KO, but 3 injuries inflicted, 3 KOs, almost to the detriment of this Wood Elf team, but still, in the end, was able to pull it off. Human team, again, does not advance on. Wood Elves will go on to get at least 100 euros from the semifinals, and AVRS escapes almost. Boy. But still, nonetheless, it is what it is at this point. With that, guys, we are going to get another game in, so don't you guys go away. 2-1 here for the call of the Pirates of the Reikland. And Loriel's Dancers. And next here we will see our Watch Chaos Dwarf team trying to take on this Dark Elf team, Straight Elves Society. Coming right up. Don't you guys go away. I'll be back in just a minute. Gonna just wet my lips and get the second game going.